Good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Today is Saturday. So what time is it? Everybody know what time it is? It is time for the Six Figures Booking Freight from Home show. All right. So today we have a couple of live guests. Okay. Our industry professionals that we have live. And we're going to bring them to y'all in a second. I need everyone to turn their mics off, because we don't need the feedback right now. So I need everyone to turn their mics off so we can eliminate this feedback. All right? All right. So today, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some things here. This is our live guest. And let me get my camera right so you all can see them. Right, there's our live guest. And gentlemen, introduce yourselves. Okay, so you've been all 20 years?
We can't hear.
That means if you have questions today about car hauling, that's the man to talk to. Okay, you want to know some stuff from a perspective of the actual auto haul. And the other gentleman we have is
Calvin.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't hear him.
Oh, you got to speak up. They can't hear you.
Can't hear him.
I've been an owner operator now about 30 years.
Okay. For some reason, hey, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, but they're too far. We can hear you, but they are too far away from the mic.
Yeah. I tell you what. Bring on those chairs here. Or just there, you can bring it closer to them. So I got to get up close and personal. Yeah, they didn't bring their laptop, so they're not logged in. So we had to have them live here. All right. What about now? Can you hear them now?
Try again.
Hey, can you hear me now? Testing. Can you hear me?
That's much better. Thank you.
All right, much better. Let's try this again. All right.
My name is Larry Felton. I've been in the industry for 20 years. I've been a car hauler for 12 and owner operator for 3.
Hey, what's the name of your company?
Supreme Connection Transport.
Supreme Connection Transport. For all you dispatchers out there that's got them auto loads that need to be moved, and you want to call him up and make him an offer, to move, to say 10, 15, 20 cars. Can you move that many?
I move 9.
So you move 9, 10 at a time. So you can handle 20 cars. You got to come from you got to pick up the trip. But y'all want to make him an offer 10, 20 cars, and y'all know how we do it. When we make them offers, we go and we do our cherry picking, and then we come back and we bid on Central Dispatch, or we go right to you and say, look here, we got 20 cars that need to be moved, and we're willing to pay you $500, $600 a car. Or we got 20 cars that need to be moved, and we're willing to pay you, now if we're doing that, we don't offer that much. But what is the average when you got that type of move? What's the average of the cars that need to be moved, the average pay? We're talking about within the same state. I'm like here in Florida, going to the auction line, Fort Lauderdale, mid-South Florida, come back to Tallahassee, about less than 200 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of go south of vehicles.
Okay. So that's per vehicle average what?
About 180, 175.
All right, 180, 175. Now that lets y'all know I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Because we have been saying all along that when you have that many cars, the amount of money per car is not going to be above $200 or $300 a car. It's generally going to be somewhere between that 150 and that 175, 180, around that area right there. So when we make our bids for those type of things, we go out to the car dealerships and we're negotiating with the owner, with the dealership owner. This is the reason why we kind of stick to used cars. Because new car dealerships, they have that thing already worked out. You got to go through corporate and all that type of stuff. That's a bunch of hassle we don't want to deal with. But when we do it, we go to used car dealerships. We pitch them and say, look, because we have connection with hundreds, sometimes thousands of auto haulers, we can get your vehicles here faster. That's the big thing that car dealers want. They're not so much, quote unquote, so concerned with how much it is per car. They're more concerned with, well, I bought 20 cars at the auction. I need them here by tomorrow, or I need them here by Monday, because I don't want to have them sitting at the auction because I got to get them here. I got to get them in my shop. I got to get them, checked out and on my lot. Because I'm losing money if they ain't on my lot. So the whole thing is, how fast can you get them here? And because we have a large network of people like you will be able to access our system dispatch, we can tell them, look, that depends on how, they say, well, how much you charge them, it depends on how fast you get them here. Okay? Exactly. So, yeah, now you may say, well, I got a guy right now, I'm paying him $150, and they always try to lowball you. I'm paying him $150 a car. I understand that. But let me ask you a question. There are times you call that guy up and you need those cars to yesterday, and he can't do it. So guess what? That's where we come in. I can pretty much guarantee you that if you need 20 cars moved, and it's Monday, and you need them here by Wednesday, I can just guarantee I can have them here for you. But it's going to cost you $300 a car. Okay, but it's going to cost you $300 a car. Well, I was thinking more like $175, then I'll probably have them here by Friday. Now, they don't want that. Well, no, I got it. Well, then it's going to cost you about $300 a car. So, and then if we can land somewhere around $200 and $275, then we can afford to pay someone like you that $175 to $180, $190. But then we get to pocket, what, $80 a car, $50 a car, which is good for us. So we got 20 cars, $50 a car. That's a good payday for our business manager. That's a good payday for you. Now, if you're already on your route, let's say you're leaving from South Florida, you're heading up to California, and you got a bunch of cars, but your thing is not full. What's the average rate when someone calls you and says, hey, I got a car that's on your route, can you swing by and pick it up? How much? Now, you still charging that $150 just to swing by, or that $180 or $190 just to swing by and pick that car up?
A lot of amount of cars instead of me trying to hunt. So I chose to lease on with a company, and they allotted like so many cars per year. Okay. And then I'm kind of learning up under them.
All right, but let's say if you had your own.
If I have my own.
Yeah, your own thing.
And I have one more. Oh yeah, I can do something on it. No big on you.
So whenever you do it over, it's money in your pocket. Exactly. All right. Remember how our strategy is when we go to U-Ship. That's what we do. Okay, we go to U-Ship. And I don't know why no other brokers never thought of this, but if everybody says, yeah, that's a genius idea. Nobody never thought of it. I don't know why. Okay, but what I came up with, and the way we train our business managers, you go to U-Ship, you look for the posting when someone's got a car that's leaving from South Florida or wherever it's leaving from, right? And they posted on there the vehicle. It's one vehicle or maybe two vehicles. Most times it's just one vehicle. And they got bids on there. I bid $3,000 to move that car. I bid, $2,800 to move that car. I bid $2,700 to move that car. So we go in there, we look at it, $3,000, $20. They got all these little nitpicking bids. So what we do, we go in and say, we see what the last bid was. The last bid was $2,200. Okay, we bid $1,100 because of that. Knock everybody out the water. Okay, we'll say $1,100. We're gonna move that car. All of a sudden, that poster's person who owns that car. Now they're taking notice. Whoa! Everybody else is dropping $100. This person come in and drop over $1,000, drop over $1,100, just like that. Let's call them up. Okay. Well, since you move $1,100, how are you gonna do that? Well, like I said, we're in the business of moving vehicles. We're in the business of managing owner-operators who move vehicles. We have access to thousands of carriers that can do this. So quite naturally, we can do it for half the cost of what everyone else can do. Okay, well, great. That's good. You got that bid. So now we won that bid. $1,100. Now we go to Central Dispatch. Now we worry about this. Now we want Central Dispatch because everybody else is offering what? For those one-car pickups, they're offering what? $150, $185. But see, that's here in the South. Now, up north, they're offering more. But here in the South, we notice that they're offering around 150, 175, 200, whatever it may be. We've got $1,100 that we got to bid for, right? So here's what we do. We come in and we offer you $600-700. Now, what does that do? For someone like yourself who's traveling, you're going to see that bid. That's when you're going to go for first, right? Why? Because it's $600-700 that you got to put on your truck with one car. This is how we are able to be so successful in that arena. So we figured out how to use U-Shift and Central Dispatch combined. You see, when everyone else is trying to use them separately, because a broker who's just using U-Shift can't really compete. Not on U-Shift by itself, right? You can't really compete. You can't really compete on U-Shift as a carrier by yourself, just using just U-Shift. Why? Because you're making bids based on what someone else is bidding, and you got a whole bunch of other people who's bidding against you. But when we do it, we just knock everybody out the water, because we look for the bids that are at least $1,800. Why? Because we want to cut it in half and bid $900. We get that $900 bid, then we offer to a carrier at $500, $600 or $700. We make a couple $100. But we'll probably make 50 bids that day. Right? So we'll probably win about 25 bids. So we're posting 25 shipments on Central Dispatch at $500 a car. Then we're between $5 and $8 and $9 and $1,000 a car. So sometimes the bids are like $3,000, we bid $1,500. You see what I'm saying? And if we get a $1,500 bid, we get the majority of the money to the carrier, and we just keep what? A couple $100. Plus we got a whole number of cars that we got that we wanted to bid to. So ours is made up in volume. You all are parts on your end. Now, another thing that we do that makes it so great for people like yourself, and this for both of you all, like you regular freight or auto hauls. You container. We got a lot of questions for you. I know they got a lot of questions for you. But back to the auto hauler. Another thing that makes it great is by using an owner-op business manager. We can arrange it where you get paid at the drop. How important is that? You know, that's not something that's normally done. You got to wait for your money. Coming to check. Takes about how long? Exactly. It could be 7, 14 days, right? See, I know a little about this business. I've been doing this for a minute. 7 to 14 days is what you all normally have to wait to get paid. But here we come, National Dispatch Network. We also dispatch. We also get paid at the drop. You got that last car, you got paid. When you got that car, they have a check for you. Why? Because we are dealing directly with what? The car dealerships. And directly with the person who has that car that needs to be moved. So in our U-Shift arrangement, we can say, look, here's the arrangement. On U-Shift, normally it's put in an escrow account. And as soon as that is dropped, U-Shift releases that money, which means we can then do it and pay you electronically right away. Even if that a car dealership, it's even better. But at a car dealership, we can tell that car dealer, okay, when he drops his last car, we give it, go ahead and turn him a check for this much money. And we'll pick ours up. Or you can mail me back. Or I'll invoice you for another part of it. So that makes it a whole lot better for someone like yourself. Why? Because you know you get your money guaranteed as soon as you pull up that last car. And so it's there, it's safe, it's secure, you sign the dotted line, they give you a check. So the next time you see a National Dispatch Network member on Central Dispatch, they're the ones you're going to grab. Why? Because you know how we operate. Okay? We operate completely different from what everybody else, because we innovated the process. We haven't redone it, we just made it better. We add some improvements to it to make it better for everybody, for all that's involved. You as the carrier, the owner, our business manager, everybody that's involved. Now, other gentlemen here, introduce yourself. Did we go through that already? No. All right.
My name is Mark Colson. I've been driving trucks for about 16 years. I used to work for a company, and I just transitioned myself to owner operator. So I've been doing that for a couple of years. I got into the car, not car, I'm sorry, I got into container hauling. I'm actually currently in Atlanta, Georgia, so I go back and forth from Savannah Port to back and forth from Atlanta. So I guess I'm more locally than anything. Okay.
Now explain to them, for those that don't know what container hauling is, give me a brief synopsis of what is involved with container hauling and what it is.
Container hauling, basically, I can give it to you what I do, basically. I basically pick up a chassis. I go into the port. They actually got a chassis pool. You actually have to get a chassis. But chassis is called your wheels. So you have to get your wheels, and then they got different locations that you pick up from the port. So you got to get your container. Your container has to be loaded on the chassis. So and therefore, they kind of dispersed out throughout whatever state. But yes, the container is actually all these containers that come in. They come in from like both ships. They come from all over the world. So you're dealing with like a lot of import and just foreign countries. And when you come to the port, it can get a little confusing. You're dealing with a whole bunch of different shippers, and it's all at this one big location, which they call a port. And basically, I mean, it's a big process. When you get it to the port, you could be there for an hour, you could be there for 3 hours.
Okay, so what type of trailer do you have? Or do you use with containers?
A trailer, the containers come in 20 foot, 40 foot, 45 foot. It's basically like, it can be like a dry box, but it's actually it's a steel, iron, metal.
So it's basically like a dry box that's mounted onto a flatbed.
Correct.
Okay, all right. That's what we're getting at. So when you're looking at container drivers, now, are you a power-only container, or are you one that has your own trailer?
I basically use everything. It's all their equipment.
So you're power-only. You just go hook up, take off. All right. See what we call drop and hook. You go and hook it, drop it, hook it, drop it. You pick up a full one, take it somewhere. Do you bring an empty one back? You back and forth, and you get paid both ways, right? Right. There you go. All right. So that's pretty much how we would explain to them how containers work. Okay. But now you all have it firsthand, and containers actually pay pretty well on them. Okay. But especially if you got a contract to where you just picking up, dropping off, picking up, dropping off, and you can generally you use the home.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Home every day.
You think about containers, though, we get a sweet deal. Let's say you go to a place, a lot of times they call it a straight turn. So I can pick up a load from the port, take it to Atlanta, empty that container. I can get rid of that container at some type of rail yard, or I can take it to like a place where they actually store containers. They call it like a drop yard. And so I can get another container, or it depends on if that shipper that I'm trying to go to next, if they can take that container, that type of container, because you have different containers out there. You got Evergreen, you got Merce, and all these different shippers, they ship for different people with containers. So if I can get the same shipper to use my container, I can turn that container, I can go reload it and take it right back down to the port and you can get paid double.
Paid double.
So it's like you get paid one way, they'll basically they'll get rid of your empty for you, and you turn around and get loaded again. So that way you stay loaded. When you stay loaded, you make more money.
All right. Paid double. Now, why are you getting me here today? What prompted you all to drive all the way down here to Candid? You know, as the Indians say, land of the 7 hills. That was trying to have to meet in case y'all didn't know that. What caused y'all to drive out to Candid on this cold, brisk day to join little us here in our little nice warm studio?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm originally from Tallahassee.
Okay.
I was born and raised. I was born and raised in Tallahassee. I moved to Atlanta looking for,
Good opportunities, yeah. Land of opportunities for African Americans.
Right.
I got you.
So, I play on YouTube a lot. So, I was on YouTube and I got this different. And I ran across you. So, and I listened to you, so I'm always researching. I said, then I'm going to give this guy a call. So I called you up one day, we briefly talked on the phone, and then I would get a little insight from you. And then like a month later, I would call you back again. Yeah. So I was kind of staying in contact with you, I was really trying to pique you a little bit. And so I was like, man, you know what, man, I've been driving trucks going on 18 years now. I feel like I'm getting a little stagnant with it. And I was like, well, I want to transition myself. I don't want to drive trucks forever. Yeah. So I reached out, and basically that brings me here today because you gave me a different outlook on how I can use trucking and basically getting more to the more business side of it, and I can still make a decent living. Yeah. Now, obviously, we went to the only platform we looked at. I looked at other people, but you just seem more straightforward. It was more basic. Like other ones, it starts more. To develop yourself can take a little more time. That's more expensive. Take longer to actually see yourself starting to make money. And before we get into my opinion on that, why are you here?
Actually, Marlon shared the information with me. And me and Marlon ended up calling Calvin on the phone. Been in the industry 20 years. Feel like, I've conquered this part of the industry. Love the industry. Don't get it, I love trucking. But I want to do another aspect of it.
You want to expand. You want to grow now.
I want to expand. I want to grow. I want to get out the seat. Just stay involved in the industry. And looking at the brokerage program and you have a dispatch
or our business management.
Business management. I would expand into that area in trucking. So that's been my outcome. And some of the HOS rules and regulations. I don't know if you want to call me old school. I mean, I look that old, but a lot of rules be changing. Act like I gave Calvin a call. I represent the struggle there, bro.
Y'all agree with me? Represent the struggle.
Yeah, represent the struggle.
And I'm still out now. Yeah, I'm going to steal that one.
So they changed a lot. I think it's probably like 3 times. Just going over to electronic pay, but it's a transition.
So,
and I just want to, like I said, it's time to just elevate to another part of the trucking industry.
So, what about this platform that prompted you to take the steps to call, to tune in, and to actually make the effort to drive down here?
With this platform, Calvin was reachable. You was reachable. You was touchable. And I asked her, me and Marlon, we got together, asked her, he come in and sit down and have a conversation. Every time we called, you answer, and you were willing to say, anything anytime. So we came up with a date. We came up with a date.
We want everybody to see what we do and come on down and, because I invite
kind of old school. We like, see the person, touch, get good information. And you offered everything that we were looking for. So that's how we ended up in the day.
All right. Thank y'all for the endorsement. Thank y'all for coming down. Thank y'all for your years of service in the industry. Because look, Lord knows all this stuff we got here, everything we see us wearing, everything we walk on, eat, drive in, sleep in, everything. No matter where you at, everything you look around you, that pool out there, the blocks, the very ground you walk on, came on the back of the truck. Exactly. And people don't realize that. Everything that we have in this country and around the world, everything that we use, everything that we eat, our very way of life is provided to us by people who are out on this roads, and they're taking the dangers, they're taking the time away from their home, they're taking the loneliness, and they're doing it to bring us everything we have, and you're not paid enough for it. I mean, really. Come on now, really. Airline pilots pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a year starting. Truckers start out at $40,000, $50,000 a year. If that, you're a company driver. And owner operators, they got to pay for everything themselves, plus put up with all the rules and regulations, all the restrictions, and put up with DOT harassment. You talking about black people being harassed. You ain't been harassed, you're a truck driver. Okay? So the truck knows that. if you ride down the road and your main concern is DOT, checkpoint, DOT, checkpoint, DOT. That's on your mind constantly. Another trouble. Yeah, my light's working, my brake light's working, this working, that's working. My tires, you got the tread on it. Yeah, I weigh too much. It's a constant worry. That's why our hair gets pretty quick. The relative stuff. I know I'm not gonna steal that now. But we represent the struggle. So when we came into the industry as owner our business managers, we wanted to create a platform. First of all, that was affordable. We also wanted to create a platform, second of all, that we was able to serve owner operators in the manner that they deserve to be served in. Okay? That's why our pitch is the way it is. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's why we operate the way we do on U-Ship and Central Dispatch. We find the highest paying loads, we cut them in half, but then we offer you all 3, sometimes 4, what you normally offer on Central Dispatch. Well, we offer you all when you get paid quick, fast, and unheard right away, versus having to wait 14 days, sometimes a month in some cases. So like I was telling them, shippers, they have up to 120 days to pay. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's not the broker. So the broker, if you don't have quick pay or factoring, that shipper can take up to 100. That shipper can take up to 120 days to pay. And this is how factoring companies make their money. But I don't know a broker out there who doesn't have factoring nowadays. And our biggest thing as an owner business manager is trying to get these young drivers to understand that you don't need to factor a load twice. If you get a load from a broker, and 9 times out of 10, that's where your load's coming from. Unless it's like you, where you have a direct contact with the shipyard. Okay? But if you're dealing with the broker, like most of your loads coming directly from your company because they deal directly with the car dealers and things like this. But for 90% of the industry, they're getting their load off load boards. And if you're getting your load off load boards, you put that by brokers. Right? I don't know a broker in the industry who doesn't have factoring. So why is that owner operator then refactoring that load again? That's crazy. Because I've seen some cases where the same factoring company is getting paid twice. You think they're going to tell you, well, you broke already? No, they're going to tell you they broke already. They're going to say, oh, yeah, we can factor for you. They got paid on the amount that comes from the shipper. Then they get paid on the amount that the broker paid you. You got about double that. And then we got some dispatchers, right? Dispatch firms that go out there and get a factory company too. So in some cases, very small instances, you may find a case where the same load got factored 3 times. Factored by the broker, factory company. Then because the owner operator is paranoid, and he's not going to get the money on time, he factors it again. Now the dispatcher who has to invoice the owner operator, thinking, well, I'm not going to get my money, so they factor it. That ain't no way to run a business. Right? So, look, but anyway, I'm sure my students got a lot of questions for you all, and you all have some questions for them and for us. All right, so let's start this day off. Today, I was going to, today's broadcast was going to be on how to use Square to run your business. But we'll save that for later. But so they called me up, this week and said, hey, we want to come down. I said, I can't pass this opportunity. Y'all come on down. Y'all know me. I'm a needed person. I like having people come in. I need it. I need people to come in and talk to me, and because y'all know I hate it when y'all don't talk back, because I be asking y'all to ask questions, y'all be. Come on now. If I want to do that, I go look out there and look at my dog, and he can do that all day long. He give me them looks and won't say nothing back. But so what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna open this up for questions, okay? Since we have these 2 industry professionals here, you all are going to ask some questions. and they're going to ask some questions. So this is what it's going to work. We're going to give you all first shot. Okay, one of you all will ask a question, right? And then we will answer that question. And then one of them will ask a question, and then we will answer that question. So they're going to be asking that question to me and to you all. So starting off with you all, what questions do you all have for one of our guests here today? Let's go and get this started. I want you all to open up your mics and let's have some questions.
Hey, Calvin, it's Ernest.
Hey, Ernest.
First of all, lost video. Can't see anybody.
Oh, you can't see anybody? Hold on. Why you can't see anybody?
I don't know. It was playing and it just stopped.
And can nobody else see anybody?
I can. It's just you.
I see everybody just fine.
And can y'all see anybody?
Yes, I can see y'all just fine.
Okay. Ernest, are you on your computer?
Yes, I'm here. I'm on it.
You got to hit your camera there. You got to turn your little thing on there so that everybody else can see.
I mean, it was playing. It just stopped.
Yeah, I could see, but I couldn't hear. But now I can hear. I can see.
All right. So, Ernest, let's see if we can get you straightened out here. What's going on with Ernest? Let me do this. Hold on. Let me redo this again. Hold on. All right. What about now, Ernest?
I got it.
All right. I just hit the reset button there. All right. So now Ernest can see. All right. So what's your question, Ernest? And who's it for?
All right. For the containers, you do have to have a TWIC card for that?
If you're a driver, yes.
Okay. So if you're dispatching other drivers to pick up containers, you have to make sure they have that TWIC card as well?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to have a TWIC badge and you have to have a port badge. It's kind of called like a port ID. They have to be able to have a background check. Basically, they have to be eligible to even go in the port.
Okay. Is that a fairly quick process?
If it's your first time going through the process, it can take up to 15 days, maybe even 20 days. Some people say it can take a month. It just depends on. I guess it just depends on the person and what kind of background or just the whole process. But
I got a follow-up question for that real quick. What's the best time to apply for your TWIC card?
anytime.
Okay, but
It's preferably if you're actually going to apply, I would do it first thing in the morning, but anytime.
well, what I was talking about was what I was getting at. At what time in your career is the best time to apply for your TWIC card?
You know you're going to be on the court.
Exactly. So if you go to truck driving school, yeah. So what I'm getting at is this: if you have someone who is thinking about getting into the industry, the very best time to get all your credentials, hazmat, TWIC, everything, is what? In trucking school. Go ahead and apply for it. You know, have it all paid for, because if you're going through the VA, you both be here like I did. And they asked me, what type of credentials? I said, I want them all. So I'm saying I was paying for it, right? My big chunk was paying for it. So I said, I want them all. You know, I want hazmat, I want TWIC, I want my passport, I want everything. You know, I want to be able to go from Canada to Mexico. You know, I want to do it all. I want to be able to go to my ports, pick up the ports. You know, so if you got everything at the beginning, then you can just concentrate on what? Becoming good at your craft. Yeah, you see that.
You also get, y'all know what's called like when you drop you get escort or you can get.
Yeah, you get escort.
If it was came to it.
Yeah, but that's a fee.
That comes with a price.
Like you got to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that look, truck drivers got people a lot, man. Okay, so that escort fee, you got to come up with the price. But remember, I was telling y'all about these huge overweight loads, specialized loads, like these big. The ones I always like, I'll give an example of these big wind. These windmill turbines. They long, especially y'all back there, just like that. They big. They right side of the building, and they had to come on a specialized trailer that had like 3-4 different trailers, especially equipped for the weight. That has to be planned out almost a year in advance. So that's no easy thing. They actually plan that almost a year in advance, but then they may be offering $100,000 for a move. But you got to realize that $100,000 is not all your money. You got to pay for all the escort, but you got to have a pre-planned route. And your escorts got to be what law enforcement officers most of the time. You got to block traffic. You got to shut down public roads. Trucks only travel about 25 miles an hour the whole route. So you got to pre-plan on it, and you can only travel when. Exactly, right out. So, they ask me a lot of questions sometimes, but well, what about these things? Him a hall, yeah, it can be possible, but you got to know how to manage your business. You got to be good with the calculator. You got to be good with your research and knowing what this is going to cost, that because you got to pay for all that. Okay, you got to pay for all that. So, in some cases, you got to pay for a plan to plan your routes. Because obviously, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to try and plan a route. Not something you got to move across country or something like that.
And also, police officers, they have jurisdictions where they have to only drive so far.
Exactly. So you got to take the each jurisdiction. In some cases,
4,500 miles, that can take like 2 days.
Yeah. And they're going to pay you $67 an hour. Exactly. So that $100,000 off can go down to $10,000 real quick. So keep that in mind. All right. Now,
Morning.
Ernest, do we answer your question? Well, hold on. Ernest, do we answer your question?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Now, remember, we have rules to this. Y'all ask a question. They ask a question. All right? Unless you have a question that's pertaining to the question that Ernest asked, if it's a different type of question, hold on to it until they ask their question. Because we got to give them opportunity to want you all to have one. So give y'all get this going down path so we can go back and forth. Now, is there a question that you all either have for me or for our network? Ernest, he's speaking to you.
Yes.
You're a broker, Ernest?
No, I'm trying to do dispatches.
Yeah.
Trying to do dispatch. Okay. How long you been in the program?
Just started with Kevin maybe a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's new. You got a question?
I don't really have. I want to go back and answer one of because he asked me a question about getting a tweet badge. And yes, you made a great point about making sure you get all your credentials.
Mm-hmm.
I can vouch for that because that actually helped my career out. Because I got no doubles, combination vehicles, I got hazmat, I got motorcycle and all them rock motorcycle no more.
Okay.
So I got pretty much every endorsement, right? Tweet badge, all that. And when it came to applying for jobs, I got a job very easily.
Exactly.
So I mean, I already kind of had experience. So with that said, like I've been driving for 3, 4, 5 years, I can pretty much fill out any application, and I got hired.
Hey, you can negotiate your salary.
Right. Yeah.
See, he can negotiate his pay. Why? Because he's fully qualified to pull anything you come up to. So
when you look at the drivers, if that's what you're doing, like when you see people who have them kind of credentials, they're pretty much they're more on a serious note.
Exactly.
So that's how you can kind of decipher who's more serious or who just wants a job and who wants to work.
Yeah. Now, I hope y'all took note of that. So when you're looking at owner-operators to contract, okay, that's another question that we can add to our profile or to your pitch is what type of credentials do you have, okay? Are you TWIC certified? Are you this? Are you that? And that does two things. It lets them know that you know what you're talking about. So you're trying to determine whether if you ask someone, do you have a TWIC? Do you have this? Can you pull containers? Can you pull Delta? On the other end, that on our end, well, shit, they don't got a lot of connection with loads like that because he has to get all these questions, right? So that is helping you to look better in their eyes, right? And you're also assessing them, right? So you know that if you got a carrier or operator that's taking the time to get all that, this person is serious about their career. Exactly. So that's the kind of person that you're really gonna probably not have to worry too much about. Are they gonna be on time? Are they gonna, not deliver certain loads? Are they gonna have a lot of accidents? Are they gonna, yeah. Are they gonna try to stiff me on my pay? All that kind of stuff. Because a person that has all of that, they have a lot to lose. Right? They have a lot to lose. They have a lot invested in their career. So they're not gonna be boneheaded enough to not pay you what they owe you when you got copies of a signed dispatch agreement, when you got a signed BOL, when you got a signed rate confirmation sheet, you got all this stuff signed that you can go to DOT or Federal Motor Carrier Association and file a claim against what? The authority for non-payment of contract. Okay? And no owner-operator wants that. No owner-operator wants that. It was bad. So if you start getting enough of those, nobody wants to hire you. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter how good a driver you are. If you got enough bad reports on you, you're going to become unhireable real quick. Okay? So, and nobody wants that. All right? All right, somebody was about to ask a question and go right ahead.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine. And who are you with? This Michelle?
Yes.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
With Right Turn Logistics, LLC.
Okay.
In respect to the containers, how do you manage an owner-operator with those loads?
Ask that question one more time.
Well, what we do is we manage owner-operators. We dispatch owner-operators and their loads. So how would we, if we had drivers who specialize in moving containers? Because my fiance used to move containers, so I totally understand your job. But how would you? How is that dispatch? How do you find your containers? Is there a load board for?
What he's trying to say is
containers?
Where do you go to find the shippers that supply these containers? How will someone like her, a businessman, someone who goes out and needs to find loads for someone like you, where do they go to find those? Where do they go to contract with the people who supply you with those types of loads?
That's kind of a tough question.
I know the answer, but I want to give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Where do you get your loads from?
I actually, I'm more like, I was struggling trying to find work at first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to build a relationship.
Yeah.
So I actually reached on, I still do pretty good, but I reached on somebody who actually they specialize in contracts themselves. So I can pick up the same loads all the time if I want to.
So how do you think they got their contracts?
That's a good question.
All right. I'm about to show you all why I'm good at what I do. Okay. All right. Remember we talked about the area that I like you all to stay in as beginners, which is reefers, dry vans, and what? Flatbeds. And auto. The reason why is because it's a time-rich environment. You can find them loads, I can take a handful of rocks. Oh, I do right now, just sling it, and I hit dry van loads, I hit reefer loads, I hit flatbed loads, and I hit auto loads. They're everywhere, right? But if you're going to get into specialized areas, like containers, like hot shots, like box trucks, like sprinter vans, right? You got to go where? To the source. You got to be able to go out and connect directly with the source, right? So you got to go out and either make direct phone calls. The best way to go to the source is to, hey, how you doing? Face to face, face to face. Why? Because these are people who have a specialized type of product, right? They need a specialized type of carrier to move it, right? So you have to assure those people that you have access to enough specialized people like yourself that can be of benefit to them. Now, you will ask where to get these things at. The best way to find them is go to the ports, okay? Go to the ports. You can Google. You can pull up the ports. There's only, so many ports.
And if you're not near a port, you can always go to the rail yards, too.
Exactly. Rail yards. Exactly. You got to go to the stores of where the containers are originating from, where these loads originate from. You may want to get in contact also with a freight forwarder. Why? Because they deal with the big containers that come over the ocean. They're the ones that arrange those, and they get them dropped off here at the ports.
You don't need to know that.
So you may want to get with contact some freight forwarders to see if they have any excess shipments that they need to have moved. Okay, but that's going to be the places you go to get to find that stuff. And I think that her main thing she was trying to ask, is there a specialized load board for just those types of loads? And I think the answer to that is the Port Authority. You go to the Port Authority's website.
They actually do have something set up like that.
Exactly.
You can actually pull directly from.
Exactly. So the best answer that I can give you is log onto the Port Authority's website. You can look it up. You can Google it. See, Google Port Authorities here in the United States. Right, and you can Google them, and you'll be able to pull up their website. Go to their website, look for some contact information. Scan their website to see if they got something that says, loads or shipment or whatever it may be, and see if they are. And most of them are probably going to offer something like that has available freight. Okay, and then they'll probably have something on there where you have to sign up and have to submit an application with your credentials and things of that nature, so that they can determine if you are worthy to, or even qualified to do what, pull their freight or operate under contract with them. Okay? Did that answer your question?
Thank you.
Well, all right. You have a question for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
As us being truck drivers, like transitioning over to be a broker, or you're going to break down broker dispatcher to us.
Okay.
Like
all right.
Coming out of the truck, getting into
all right.
making that transition.
Yeah. But those of y'all who didn't understand the question, you basically asking what's the difference between a broker, dispatcher / owner business manager. Right? Right. And I guess here's the second part of the question is, which is easier to transition into coming out of the truck, right? All right. First of all, let's go through the difference. Brokers and dispatchers are all governed by the Federal Motor Carrier Association. They're all governed by the same statute. That's CFR 371, 49.1 through 49.4. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard of the statute. Everybody's heard of that statute. Here's what everybody don't know about that statute. That statute is actually 13 pages long. Okay? Everybody always reads the first page, which basically says only a bonded and insured freight broker can take ownership of freight and dispense it out to a carrier for a margin fee. Now, exactly what does that mean? That means that in order to be a freight broker, it says only a bonded and insured freight broker. First of all, you got to have a bond. That bond costs what? $75,000. So they upped it, because it used to be $10,000 back in the day, remember? But they upped it. Nah, I can give that. They can give you a whole bunch of reasons why they upped it. I can see only one reason why they upped it. But during the time that they was doing it at $10,000, but it wasn't the industry. It was cold boy industry. Y'all going, I'm telling you, I tell you what's on my mind. I'm going to give you my opinion, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, don't watch the show. That's all I got to tell you, all right? Back in the day, trucking was a good old boy. Everybody knows it. You know that by getting on the CV now. You get so much. Now, I'm telling you, if you got a little sensitive heart, don't get a CD. Okay? Because you're going to get your feelings hurt if you get on that CD, because got a lot of them guys out there from the mountains, Carolinas and Georgia, and, you know, whatever. And they don't care nothing about, you know, the racial police. They gonna say what's on their mind and who they hate and why they hate them. They gonna call you everything. You talk about the N-word, they gonna call you the N-word, they gonna call you the F-word, they gonna call you the P-word, they gonna call you every word on the alphabet. And they proud of it. So that was the trucking industry. Okay, that's just what it was. But then, and still like that to a certain extent. But one thing that's changed is kind of flip-flop. We are now almost the majority in the trucking industry. And a lot of them are young cats. We're coming in, you know, with different ideas, this and that, and this and that. So here's what started happening. We decided, let's make it harder to get into the trucking industry. And the best way to make it harder is to what? Impose economic sanctions. Up the ante. So they jacked it up from 10,000 to 75,000, right? In order to become a broker. Because brokers is where the money was being made. But like trucking, broking was full of a lot of like color-skinned people, okay, that had connections to the trucking industry. And it became very simple for those truckers who had those opinions to transfer over into broker, okay? And that's how a lot of big broker firms got built up, because they had a very low cost coming in. Didn't have as many rules and regulations as they have now. So the first part of that is you must be bonded. That bond now is $75,000, okay? Now, there are two ways you can get a bond. You can go into your back pocket on your mattress and in your bank account, and you can about 75 grand. Or, if you like most of us, you got 75,000 just laying around, you can go and get a bond through a bond company, okay, through a bonding company, all right? Now, they're going to run your credit, right? If you have bad credit, you can still get a bond. It's going to cost you $8,000 to $10,000 down to secure that $75,000 bond. If you have okay credit, you can still get a bond. It's going to cost you between $3,000 and $5,000 down to secure that bond. If you got good credit, you can probably get into a bond with, I've seen people get into a bond with $500 down because they have good credit. Okay, so your credit's going to depend on average $500, $1,200. If you got good credit, that's what it's going to take you to get into a bond, right? On top of that, you got to make a bond payment every quarter. So every quarter, you got to make a payment of from $800 to $1,000 each quarter. That can't be put in monthly payments. It's got to be paid that quarter, and the next quarter, and the next quarter. You have to do a check for it. Okay? So you got the bond payment, you got your down payment to secure your bond. Right? Second thing you got to have. You're going to be bonded and what? Insured. So you got to be insured, right? Insurance is going to run you about $300 to $3,600 down on your premium. Why? Because you have to have at least $850,000 to $1.2 million of insurance to cover what? Taking ownership of freight. Because as a broker, you're going to have the authority and you take ownership of freight. That's the key word. You take ownership of freight. So now you got that insurance that you had to pay $300 to $3,600 down. On top of anywhere from $700 if you got great credit to $10,000 you had to put down if you got bad credit. Right? So looking at anywhere from $4,000 right now to $4,500 to what? $8,000 to what? $13,000. Right? Depending on where your credit is. Right? So already become very expensive, right? Then on top of that, you got your insurance monthly premium. 9 months out of the year. That's going to be about $340 a month to $360 a month. And then on top of that, you got to have your authority. Because like anything else, in this industry, if you're taking ownership of something, you got to have an authority. You got to have your authority, right? And your broker authority is going to bring you about what? $750 to $850 per. No, that's one time. Okay. You get your authority, and then you re-up your authority, whatever it's going to be. All this time to re-up, but yeah, there's no monthly fee on your authority. It's just you get your authority. All right. Then now, on top of all that, you spend all this money. right? You got your authority, you got your bond, you got all that kind of stuff. Here comes the real punch in the gut. You can't make money your first year as a broker, because no ship is going to sign you unless you have 9 to 12 months seasoning on your bond. All right? And even if you're a first-year broker and you somehow get a shipment and say, okay, I'll work with you, the next thing they're going to come up with is, what's your Dun & Bradstreet credit look like? What's your pay score look like on Dun & Bradstreet? Is it 92 or better? Exactly, because the best you have is 100. Is it 92 or better? Say, what's your Dun & Bradstreet credit report? Is it good, poor, or bad? Well, I don't have one. Okay. Can't work with you. Okay, but let's say you got that. Next question is, do you have 7 references that can attest in writing that you have done business with them for 6 months consecutive, and that business has been in the amount of $300,000 or more without a break in that 6 months consecutive business? Well, no. Okay. Can't help you. Well, you had that. The next question is, do you have cash assets collateral to the tune of about $200,000? You got $200,000 in the bank somewhere? No. Then guess what? You're kind of stuck as a broker. This is why 90% of all brokers who come into the business fail and go out of business within the first year. This is why when you become a broker and you wind up having to go work as a broker agent for a brokerage firm, you don't make more than $25,000 your first year. Why? Because you're not going to be broker and freight. You can't. The ship is not going to work with it. They're not going to trust you for that. So you're going to wind up doing stuff that broker agents do, pulling license plates, running truck registrations, running background checks, DOT inspection reports, things of that nature. And that broker who's actually getting paid to broker that load, he's breaking you off a little piece of that, his fee, 1% of the load fee, 1% of the or whatever the broker fee is, or whatever is that. So you're only making about $27,000 first year. You go to Walmart and make that. You see what I'm saying? Now, on the other side, there is the what? Dispatcher, the independent dispatcher. A lot of people say, y'all heard this before, independent dispatcher ain't legal. That's an illegal operation. Yeah. If it was illegal, why does DOT allow it? It was illegal. Why does the Federal Carrier Association shut these thousands of independent dispatch runs down? Because it is legal, and it says so in the same statute, page 9 of that same statute, right? Which is what? CFR 371, 49.1 through 49.4. In 49.1, it says there is one exception to a bond and insured freight broker, and that is a bona fide agent. Now, most social media legal experts, truck driver legal experts will tell you, see, you got to be a broker agent. No. It didn't say broker, it says bona fide agent. How do you know what a bona fide agent is? In 49.2 it says, bona fide agent is described as any individual, entity, or company that has a pre-existing agreement with a carrier for a continued relationship to find said carrier suitable freight persuaded to said carrier's specific criteria. Now, what did that just say? Basically says that you got to have a dispatch agreement in place with an owner-operator or someone with authority, carrier or with authority, right, that states that that carrier is contracting you as their agent to find them what? Suitable freight, persuading to their criteria. So as a dispatcher, you work a little bit different, okay? You can't take ownership of freight, so you can't post loads. You must have, in order to be legal, first thing you need to be legal is a what? A dispatch agreement, a signed agreement, pre-existing agreement. A pre-existing agreement before you go start looking for loads, a pre-existing agreement with a carrier, an owner-operator, to find that owner-operator suitable freight. Persuade to that owner-operator specific criteria. So that owner-operator must outline to you what he needs. For loads that run more than 500 miles, I need $2.25 or $2.75 per mile. I don't want to go up in the mountains and keep on the bottom of the United States. I don't want to pull more than 36,000 pounds, 40,000 pounds, 38,000 pounds. Okay? I have a dry bed, a reefer, a flat bed, container, whatever the case may be. That's the criteria, specific criteria, right? Now, you can only go out and look for those that fit or exceed that criteria. That's that specific criteria that the statute talks about. So now you can only go out and look for that specific criteria, and when you find those like that, you can then present those loads to that carrier. You can't present them a whole bunch of loads that ain't got nothing to do with this criteria. So you can't go and post. You can't post those on social media. You can't post them on load boards. You can't post these loads anywhere. You can only find loads where the carriers you have in the contract and present those loads to that carrier only. Then that carrier can decide which load he wants. And then you perform the task of setting up all the paperwork and everything, sign everything to make that load happen. Okay? Now, it also goes on to explain 49.3 that said bona fide agent, right, works under the authority of the contracted carrier, which means you don't need an authority. So it means you don't get a bond, you don't need insurance, you don't need any of that stuff. You just need your contract. Why? Because you are operating under the authority of the carrier you have on the contract. You're an agent of the carrier. Then it goes on to state that the bona fide agent can contract as many carriers as they can service. So that solves the question of are independent dispatchers legal? Yes, they are, because the Most Carrier Association says so. Now, that should also explain the difference between the two and how easy it is to operate versus how easy it is to operate as another. So wouldn't it make sense to anybody, if you think about becoming a broker, wouldn't it make sense to come in as an independent dispatch firm or a owner business manager first, because you're still operating within the industry, you're still operating with the same people, you have access to brokers, you're going to be contacting them, you're going to be dealing with shippers, you're going to be dealing with load boards, you're going to be dealing with carriers, and you're going to be learning what? The process. Because you are the one who's responsible for putting that process together. You are the one who must, first of all, call up an owner operator. Hey, Mr. Owner Operator, how you doing? My name is Calvin Butler with RBBS Transfer. I'm a member of the National Dispatchers Network. We're 3,000 plus freight brokers, dispatchers, and owner business managers strong, all working together to find carriers like you. How about a freight? Let me ask you a question. How much money you need to move your truck? Okay, exactly. That's it. That just allows me to close 9 out of 10 people I call, 9 out of 10 carriers I call. Okay? It allows them to close. They should be closing 5 out of 7. But even if they're terrible, they only close 1 out of 10. You know, if they only close, believe it or not, I showed them and everybody else how 1 out of 10 can get you $250,000 a year. So you ain't got to be great, you just have to be consistent. Okay? You ain't got to be committed. You can be lazy and still make money at this, but you got to be consistently lazy. Okay, you got to be consistently lazy. It's all about being consistent. Okay, so once you get that carrier signed up to your dispatch agreement, then you are responsible for what? Going out and looking at the load boards and finding the loads that fits his criteria. Once you find what fits his criteria, he accepts it. You are responsible for contacting that broker that posted that load and arranging the shipment. Hey, Mr. Broker, I'm calling you up because my carrier, right, is interested in load number, blah, 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 blah. You're say, okay, what's your carrier's DOT number? You're going to give it to him. Why? Because you have a contract. You ain't worried about getting with the DOT number. Why? Because you on the contract, you protect it. Right? You get the DOT number, it takes him about what? 20 seconds. Pull it up. Oh, that carrier's good to go. All right. All right, what should be over your confirmation rate sheet? First of all, before you do that, it's your job to discuss that confirmation rate sheet is the same as what they had posted at the top. Verify the money, verify where it's picking up, verify the number of drops and pickups, make sure they're all the same. You ain't added more, which makes you money less. If you got more drops, you're trying to go with the same money. That ain't gonna work. That dog ain't gonna hunt. Right? So it's your job to make sure, wow, this is what you do. Okay? Now, are you not learning the process by doing this? Yes, you are. Because you're the one that makes it deal out. You actually learning how a broker works. Why? Because you're dealing with the broker. You learn exactly. You learn how to operate. You have to get a nose set up, right? So you're intricately entwined into the whole industry's process. So you are learning by doing, right? So exactly. So he gives you that dispatch agreement. It is your job. I'm sorry. That rate confirmation. It is your job to read it word by word, line by line, every period, dot, and exclamation point. Because I promise you, the owner operator has time to read the whole thing. Most of the owner operators, they get their rate confirmation when they look at the money and the number of pickups. That's it. Oh, looks good. They sign. I tell y'all this all the time. That's just how they operate. They go sign. They're not going to read it. It's your job to read it. Because if a broker's going to screw you, it's going to be on that confirmation rate sheet. And it's your job as the owner of business manager to make sure that his business is straight. Okay? So, through the process, you are learning the business. And through the process, you are getting paid. Okay? So, which makes our platform why it's so valuable. Johnny says, you earn while you're learning. Because we don't accept any money for booking a freight. You don't pay us a dime. Everything you earn, you keep. We simply provide for you all the tools and resources to make that happen. We provide for you the weekly training to learn more about how to make that happen and how to run your business. We provide for you a network that you can plug into. You can ask questions of each other and get each other support, each other's help on finding loads, finding shippers, finding brokers, how to deal with brokers, how to find and book freight. You all can network with each other to help each other book freight and make money. Exactly. So you're plugged into all this stuff when you have all your tools, resources, support, everything you need to make that happen. Okay? So from that, you can determine how easy it is for you as a truck driver transitioning over to behind the desk, either as a broker or as an owner or business manager. And in my opinion, it's an easy pick. You know, even if you want to ultimately be a broker, to me, the best way to start out is as what? An independent dispatcher. Less money involved on your financial commitment, right? Less hassle. Whole lot of liability because you have to take ownership of that freight. You know, I mean, you really have no liability. Okay? So you're not paying anyone. The owner operator has to pay you. Because once you arrange all this stuff and send that rate confirmation sheet back over and the deal with it back over to the broker. The broker sends it up to the factory company. A day and a half later, no more. A day and a half later, you call that broker back. Hey, Mr. Broker, this is such called check the status of my carrier's PO, load number, blah, 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 blah. He pulls it up. Oh, that carrier got paid yesterday. Oh, that carrier due to be paid today. Oh, that carrier should be paid a couple of days from now. Doesn't matter which one of those things he answers. Your next move is to do what? Is to invoice your carrier on what he owes you. And we show you how to do it by preparing it in Square and sending it as a link. You can text it and you can email it. All they got to do is click on it and put in that debit card information, hit submit. That's your account.
That's all I'm here.
So that's how easy it is to transition from behind the seat of the wheel over this. Because I did it. Okay, I was looking freight while I was still driving. I mean, you look at how my truck was set up. I'm going to start sharing my screen here with you all, because I know we've been doing a different type of format today. But I am going to share my screen so y'all can see what we're talking about here. And we are still live on Facebook. I know I didn't acknowledge you all on Facebook, but I want to take this time now to acknowledge our people on Facebook who are tuned in. We thank you all. You all, how y'all doing? We want to acknowledge you all on Facebook and everything. I'm going to go to Facebook right now. And there we go. We are still on Facebook. Hold on, let me get rid of this right here so I can see what we got going on. All right. Hey, Facebook people, how y'all doing? I know we haven't really been acknowledging you all, but we are on Facebook. I want to thank y'all for joining us. I see y'all on here. A whole bunch of y'all logged in this morning. So we'll love to have. Glad you all are here. Hey, Mr. Blake, how you doing? Thank you for reaching out to us and all the people that are on Facebook. So if you have questions on Facebook, type the question in. We'll try to get you them as best we can. But in the meantime, we're going to continue on. But we are on Facebook. Now, what I was about to show some of you are on Facebook. Let's open up another screen here and go to Facebook again. As I was saying, I've got some pictures on here that shows my truck, I think, when I was in my truck, years ago. My lovely wife. Hey, baby, I know you're watching. You always watching. I know you're watching, baby. I like when you watch, though. Let me stop before I get in trouble. Let's go to all right, RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. All right, let's go to and see if we can find some of these. I had posted some pictures of my truck, and it gave you some insight of how my truck was set up that would allow me to broker. There we go, right there. That's my truck pictures, as y'all can see. Can y'all see me, my students? Can y'all see this?
Yes.
All right. So as you can see, that's how my truck was set up. Okay. I had my computer over here. My computer was connected to my big flat screen monitor, so I could look for freight and look and look for loads and whatever I need to look for, this and that. And of course, I had my television set over here, which I could actually connect that with the two and have a dual screen. I could have one thing on this screen, one thing on that screen, and I could actually put something else on this screen down here. So that's how I was set up when I was at the truck stop. Somewhere over here next to this, I have a little Wi-Fi thing. What do you call it thing? Yeah, the hotspot thing. I think I was paying like $60 a month for the doggone thing, whatever the case may be. But it was through T-Mobile, with T-Mobile hotspot, and I could pick up anywhere I went. Sometimes the truck don't have internet. You just pay a little $2 fee or whatever this and that. Some of them free. And I did petrol. That's a free. Pilot, you always got to pay at the pilot. But if you was at the TAs and the petrol, they have good free internet. Okay, so I love TAs and petrol. They got gyms too. Okay. Get workout. That's why I was in good shape. I was in good shape when I was in that truck. Because I had a thing with the TA and the petrol. I didn't really stop at the house and the Flying J's. But that was my setup. So I was able to, that was my truck. I was leased on with Western Express. I know y'all think Western Express is bad news, but they had a kick-ass owner-op program. And the reason why I chose them, because they allowed me to run my truck. I had the option of not accepting no loads from Western Express. I could find all my own loads. And when I told them, when I started, I said, look, I know y'all are going to sign somebody to be my dispatchers, but I don't want to hear from you. Don't call me. Don't send me no loads, because I ain't going to accept it. But what I got to look, what did I say? Don't call me. Don't send me no loads, because I'm not going to accept it. All I need you to do is this. When I get on this Qualcomm and I send you a load, I need you to read about it, back to me, I'm through the Qualcomm. That's all I need. I'm going to find my own load. I chose you all because I wanted to learn how to run my own truck. Okay, I can't do that if I'm being spoon-fed loads by a dispatcher. Exactly. I knew what I was getting into. And look, it didn't matter where I ran. I tried to run all the way to Canada if I could. Because, and there I am, kicked back in my truck, watching a little TV that day. But that was my setup. I was literally running a separate business other than my truck business right from my truck while I was out on the road. And it was actually pretty good because I was there amongst the truck drivers, the owner-operators, so I could get out and ask them questions and hone my pitch. That's why I honed my pitch, because I was talking to owner-operators all the time. And I was trying out different stuff, and how much money you need to move your truck is, seem to be Yeah, the catch that they all kind of responded to. So when I finally got out of the truck, came full scale behind the desk, and went to look for me some investors, that was actually part of my pitch that I pitched to my investors. Okay, my pitch was, look, I'm gonna start my own brokerage firm, but I want to do a little bit different. I want to have just freight broker agents. We won't even call them freight broker agents. We're gonna have executive sales agents. We're gonna have account executives, and we're gonna have owner business managers. Okay, but that's not how it's known. I know that's not how it's normally done. Here's why we're gonna do it this way. Because with those three that we have, each of them is doing a certain part of the business. The account executive, they're only dealing with shippers. These are people who are good at talking to shippers. They speak their language, and they're good at it, but that's a whole different type of negotiation, right? And when they land a shipper, right, 5,000, 2,000, 100 loads a day, or whatever the case may be, right? Once they contract that shipper load becomes part of our manifest, then they're going to be paid 3.25% of every load that's booked from their account. They're not doing the booking, but they're the ones that enter the account. Because remember, we were getting anywhere from 10 to 23% or 27% of the load fee. Those who pay the carriers anywhere from 73% to 90%. So we got that much room left in the West Coast, so we can afford to pay that person 3.25%, right? We can afford to pay our business manager 3.25%, and we can afford to pay the sales agent 3.25%. You see what I'm saying? And that 3.25% equaled up to what? Total what? 10%, right? So if we were getting what, 23 or 27%, we still had what left over. Exactly. That's enough money. But everybody's happy. Why? Because everybody's on what? Residual income. So if you set up this account one time, exactly. As long as that account is in good standing, you with our company, you're going to get a check. And that was unheard of. Yeah, that was unheard of in the industry. It was unheard of. Everybody was, I remember my first video we did, and we announced this. Man, that man crazy. He don't know nothing about broken business. And trying to, yeah, how you gonna do that? How you gonna be able to afford to pay them all that? How you gonna do this? You got all these different people doing different things. This. Okay. But guess what? It worked. You know, so, but that's how I set up mine. All right. Yeah, at that time I was dispatching loads, and then when I left the truck, I went actually and pitched the idea to a law firm, or to some law firms and other places. I got a law firm and a sports management firm to give me the seed money to start my brokerage firm. So when we started our brokerage firm, we had $266,000 in the bank starting out. So we handled that whole thing like, do you have assets? We had a law firm and a sports management firm that was our partner. So we had what? That Dun & Bradstreet credit, that Dun & Bradstreet pay. Well, we had all that stuff already. So we was able to start out the gate making money. Okay, so, but that's how you really should do it. I mean, Shark Tank is successful for a reason. So that's the way it's done. You know, my advice to you, if you got to start a brokerage firm, get yourself some investors. Because if you don't have that, partner with someone who does have all that. That's what Shark Tank does, right? Okay, so that's how it's done. That's how it's really done. The problem is you have a lot of people who are coming into the industry who have no idea how to run a business. There are a lot of truck drivers that go out and buy these trucks, become owner operators, but don't know how to run the business of running a truck. You know, they don't even know how to buy a truck. That right there, that brand new Cascadia or that Volvo, that first Volvo I had, that bad boy was about, that first one, that was about 3 years old. It was $110,000. You know, my monthly payment was, no, not until a weekly payment, I said a monthly payment. My monthly payment was, you gonna kick yourself, $742. Now I bought a brand. Now after that one, right? My second one was a brand new Cascade Freightliner. Had 9 miles on it, and the plastic still on this seat. Coming from the grid. Guess what my bill didn't know what that was. No, it was less than 1 hour. It was like 640. Remember, you're not driving a truck. You're running a business. And that's the mistake that everybody makes. I mean, the truck industry. They go there. I ain't gonna call the name, but you get sued. But they go to this place up there in Ohio somewhere, and they get these trucks that they find, and they put you in a truck and you're paying $900 a week, $700 a week. That type of thing. Who does that? You're starting a $500,000 a year business, and you're financing a Ford pickup truck, F-150, Chevy Silverado, Hyundai, Sonata. That's not how you buy a truck that's going to be your business. That's not how you take care of or you secure a $140,000 investment that's going to turn into a $500,000 a year business. That's not how you do that. Then how you do it is this. What I did was, remember I told you I started out with Covenant Transport when I got ready to start, I got ready to start my own business. When I was with Covenant, we did these shippers waiting sometimes, hours, 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes. Instead of sitting out there in the truck, I ain't gonna say what I was, I'm not gonna use the word I want to use. Sitting in the truck just jerking off. And me just doing whatever you're doing, watching videos or watching TV or, sleeping, whatever. I go up to the front office and say, who's the shipping manager? Who's the operations manager? Well, I mean, John. Okay. Now, I talk to him and say, yeah. Hey, John, how you doing? Calvin, I had a couple of trucks. Oh, yeah. You've been here a couple of times. Let me ask you a question. If I was to start my own company, what would I need to pull some of your freight? Well, come on here, Calvin. Nobody never asked me that question before. Come on in. And they'd be happy to talk with you. Come in and say, well, what do you need? You need this, you need this, you need this. Okay, great. If I got all that, what type of lanes am I qualified for? What type of lanes you have? I'll just put me on. Well, you've been in here, 3, 4 times now? Yeah, you're always on time. Yeah, I mean, we'd be happy to, to set you up on, one of our beginner lanes, whatever this is there, paying this. Okay, great. Can you give me some advice that kind of outlines all this and tell me what I would need? Sure, I have, Jan to print something up. Appreciate it so much, man. I thank you so much. He printed it up, he signed it. Now I collected about what, 5, 6, 7, them bad boys. But in essence, what have I collected? Contingent contracts. That's called a contingent contract. I got an agreement from what? The shipping operating manager that says that if I had these criteria filled, that they, and sometimes they told me what lanes that he would fill me in. So, after gathering all that, right, after about 8 months probably with Covenant, came home on my second break, went on to my little old bank. Hey, I want to get me a truck, man. I want to start a business. What's it going to call it? It's called RBBS Transport, LLC. What does that stand for? Reputation Built by Service. Good name. All right. What type of experience you have? Well, I've been driving trucks now for about 9 months. Okay. Now I got my CDL. I got hazmat. I got twig. I got my passport. Remember I told you guys all those credentials? So what? I loaded up on credentials, right? Okay, Mr. Butler, you got credentials. You got your CDL. Okay. All right, great. Okay. What's your credit look like? Credit's not that good, but credit's only like a 585. That's what it was at the time. My credit's only like a 585. Okay. All right. Well, what kind of money you got? Well, this year, you know, what covered, I made $63,000. That's not bad. Okay. How much did you have saved up? I got about $9,000 in savings. Okay. But you know, have a whole lot. And what else you got for me? Oh, just these continued contracts from shippers. I already signed by the operation managers on guaranteeing me if I get my truck and meet these criteria, they'll put me on these loads and pay me this much money. You got a continued contract that's signed by the operation manager that outlines that if we get you a truck, well, let's base one state, we get you a truck, you get all this stuff done, all that needs to be done, they're going to pay you this much money. These are the contracts you have lined up already. Yeah. Hold on one second. Go up to the little thing up there. I see what they're talking. Got list down there. It's okay. Yeah. You come back down with the guy. I got the head guy come down. But I you know, I'm VP of lending, you know, business department here, whether this is that. I understand you're interested in starting your trucking business. Okay. And you have contracts already. Yes, sir. Here we go. Okay, what else do you have? Well, I also got a contract with Western Express, very large contract that will allow me to lease my new truck on with them and run underneath their authority. So I'll be back and insured. Multi-million-dollar contract. Well, come out to my office, Mr. Butler, and I have a talk. Mr. Butler, I got several options for you, but I think the best option for you is, and have you ever heard of a business line of credit? Have you ever heard of a business line of credit? Yeah, I think so, but try to explain to you. Well, what a business line of credit is, basically, it's a business credit card. Okay? And based on your experience and the contracts you have here, you know, it's really not based on your credit, as long as you've got a 550 credit score, whatever, and you have at least 580, 586. And in the business line of credit, if you got your contracts in place, you pretty much have shown us how you're going to have the guaranteed money. Look, we've already got contracts in place, but we know what kind of money you're going to make. We just need to find a way to secure you a vehicle to make that money. So what we're going to do is, we're going to give you a line of credit for $250,000. Okay, it's going to be a form of credit card. Okay, this is not a loan, it's a line of credit that you can access and use in the kind of way you want to, you know, for your business. Now, the great thing about this business line of credit is when you charge them on it, you can only, you have the option of just paying interest, just like you do with a regular credit card. You charge them with a regular credit card called $300. You're not paying $100 a month. You're paying what? $5 a month. You're paying the interest. The only difference is with that type of credit card, with a personal credit card, your interest is usually very high. But with a business line of credit, it's very low. In this case, 3.75%. Yeah, very low, right? So let's say if you charge $100,000, right, you can just choose just to pay the interest, right? To keep that your credit standing good, you know, the card is just revolving line of debt. You're just paying the interest. But you take ownership of what it is you charge. Now, when I say you take ownership, it means you take ownership. If you buy a vehicle, you got the title. It's paid for. So essentially, you're just paying a credit card debt. Right? Mm-hmm. So, or you also have the option of paying the interest plus principal. Right? So you pay interest plus principal. That means you pay the interest and you pay the principal. Everything goes towards principal. Well, it pays your balance down, but it increases your credit level back up to where it was. I said, okay, so I can essentially go buy me a brand new truck and just pay the interest on it and run that bad boy and make the money. Then at the end of the year, I can pay my balance down to the principal, have that paid off on my card, and then my card, now I got my $250,000 balance, I can go out and buy another truck. Yeah. Exactly. A line of credit. You don't finance a business like you're buying a Honda. And that is a mistake that these cats are making. Everybody in the industry has been hoodwinked into thinking you got to finance your $100,000+ truck like you finance a $10,000 Kia. That don't make no sense to it. And that's what we try to tell people: learn the business of running a trucking business before you jump out there and just. And you got a lot of these young cats, they don't know anything about how to run a business. They don't know anything about business. Okay, all they know is, I can drive. I can drive. I get me a truck. I can make some money. Well, you ain't gonna make no money if your truck payment is $2,500 a month or $3,000 or $900 a week. My God. But, and then they holler about, everybody's off the cheap freight. Can't make no money on cheap freight, cheap freight, cheap freight. Guess what? I would rather know that we're $1.10 a mile making all the money in the world. Why? Because my mother paid me $600 a month. On a brand new truck. So I can like cheap freight. But no such thing as cheap freight to me. So when you crying about cheap freight, right? Don't blame the brokers. Yeah, don't blame the brokers, don't blame the industry, don't blame nobody but yourself because you took a bad deal because you didn't know how to what? Finance your business. So before you holler about cheap freight, go back and learn how to run a business. Go back and learn about business financing before you out there and shell out $120,000, $100,000, $80,000, and you paying an interest rate 20-some-odd%, 18%. And it's not even a revolving line of credit. It's just a straight loan. It's gone, and you don't even own it yet.
Mr. Butler.
Line of credit, you get your title. Why? Because, like you do with anything else when you pay for your credit card, it's yours, then. That's my point. All right.
Mr. Butler.
Yes, sir. I know I'm long-winded.
No, we can't see no more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. What happened? Hold on here.
Your Facebook page.
So it didn't share. Y'all don't see me up in the little screen? I'm married?
In your truck, yeah.
Yeah, let me see what happened. Let me see what happened here.
Thanks.
Y'all back on now?
Yes.
All right. Y'all can see us now?
We only see your TV and your truck.
How come it's not sharing both screens? Hold on here.
I can see you guys.
Yeah. Facebook and umbrellas.
But nobody else can see us, just.
I see you in the top right corner.
Yeah, it's going to be a little up
Behind
corner.
the chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. All right, I think we got y'all back. Hold up here. Let me select items to share. Okay, I was putting share in everything. Share this application. Show preview.
It's sharing. It's just if you have your messages up, or like if we're typing private messages back and forth to one another, then that covers up the screen. You have to close that section, and then it shows both feeds.
All right. So hopefully y'all got it now. It's shared the right way.
Thanks, right? You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully it's shared the right way. All right. So questions, and I hope I answer y'all questions. Okay. Yeah, I know I get long-winded, and I go way into details. And questions, everybody. Now I hope y'all don't mind. I'm gonna nibble a little bit because my blood sugar is getting kind of out of whack. So we're going a little long today, but it's okay. It's okay. So
I got a question though.
What's the question?
Hey, my question is there any recourse that we have as dispatchers when a broker is trying to go around us and deal directly with our carriers?
Yeah. Report them to the Federal Carrier Association, DOT, Federal Bond Service. You know, go to the Federal Carrier's website. Go to Safer Web and report them in it. You know, just report them in it. I'm in a way you can. Okay. Now, if you have if you have an agreement in place, you can do this and you can file because you are protected because you have an agreement in place. And even if they did go around you, right, you can still invoice that carrier. Why? Why can you invoice that carrier? So look, if you sent that carrier your dispatch agreement, that carrier signed that dispatch agreement, right? If you went to a broker, right, and you contacted that broker, and that broker sent you a rate confirmation sheet, you got evidence that you contacted that broker, right, first, right?
Right.
So if he sends a rate confirmation sheet, and I said the next time that broker tried to circumvent you, right?
Right.
Guess what? Go ahead and send an invoice out to that carrier anyway. Right?
Okay.
And your legal stance that you can stand on is that you were the one that introduced that broker to that carrier. You have a pre-existing signed dispatch agreement from that carrier that you are that carrier agent when it comes to that broker. Why? Because you've already got a rate confirmation sheet that was issued by that broker to your contracted carrier, and you are the point of contact. So what does your dispatch agreement say when you read it? That's why it's worded the way it's worded. Let's put it up here for a second.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
I had a issue like that. That's why it's good to have a good relationship with your carriers, because I contacted a broker, and what happened, he went around and tried calling the carrier, and my carrier called me back and said, hey, this broker just called me, try to, lowball me about what you offered him.
Exactly.
So it's good to have a good relationship with your carrier.
And we talk about build a relationship with your carrier all the time. Okay.
Well, that's how I know. You know what I'm saying, that the broker was trying those tactics, because I do have a good relationship with my carrier, and he's the one that let me know that what was going on. He was.
All right. So you're doing exactly what we train. You're doing exactly what we train you to do, and you're seeing how by doing that it pays off for you. Because look, your most valuable tool that you have is trust between you and your carrier. Okay? That's the most valuable tool, that relationship between you and your carrier. But the carrier is not, if your carrier trusts you and they value your relationship, they're not going to let someone cause you harm, because they know you're not going to let someone cause them harm.
Right.
That's why your job, and y'all hear me say this all the time, protect your carrier at all costs. Okay? Y'all hear me say that all the time. And this is why.
Also, Mr. Calvin, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, just like Quentin just said. So, any event that the carrier and broker trying to get over on you, can you file a claim against both? Or
yeah, you file a claim on anybody you want to file a claim against, as long as you got a legal ground to stand on.
Okay.
That's why we tell you all when you send out your invoices to attach what?
Paperwork.
Exactly, all your paperwork. Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. We're going to have one more question, then we'll kind of bring this to a close. I can feel this blood sugar thing getting way out of whack. We've been sitting here for a minute. But we're going to have one more question. And I know this is not what we had planned on doing today, but I think it's a whole lot better. I think we answered some things that you all were concerned about and some things that they were concerned about. So let's have this one question, then we will wrap it up.
I have one.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have a carrier that has a new MC number, I think in general it's kind of difficult to get brokers that want to work with them unless they're paying them kind of low. But if they have their TWIC card and all their certifications, will that help any?
All right. What was the question again? I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of tuned out there for a second. What was the question again? If you have a carrier that has what? Because I thought you was asking the question to them, but at the end of it, I realized that's for me. So I do apologize. Ask that question again.
Okay. We've had some carriers with new MC numbers that want to get dispatched, but in general, it's true, or is it true that it's difficult to find brokers that want to work with carriers with their new MC number, and will it help any if they have their TWIC cards and different certifications hazmat? Will that help any?
Okay. First, no. Second, yes. Okay. The first part of that question, no. It is not true that it is difficult to find brokers that will work with new carriers, new owner operators. Okay. There's thousands of brokers that work with new owner operators. Now, are there some brokers that do that will tell you, well, your carrier hasn't, doesn't have enough season? Yes, you have some, but it's not difficult to find those that will work with them. Because the very few that don't do that are usually these very, very, very large broker firms, like a T something and then an L, and then, those type of things like that. So, you have those type of firms that are huge, and you had a firm back in the day that was like, that was called, what was the other firm back in the day? What's called it, and then a Robinson. They used to have those types of stipulations because they were what you call mega brokerage firms. Mega brokerage firms. And they wanted you to have, seasoning and all this other stuff. If you didn't have that, they wanted you to prepay for your loads, all that kind of that BS about prepaying for loads, all that type of stuff. But it's not hard to find brokers that will work with what's called, because look at it this way. The majority of brokers are independent brokers, like the ones that are within our network, right?
Right.
And if you're an independent broker, pretty much a small broker, not a huge firm, right? Or you're not going to let a carrier run a load because they're new. If they got all the other credentials, like you said, if they got their credentials, the hazmat, they haven't had an accident, they got a good scores and all that type of stuff, you're not going to say, well, I'm not going to chance because you're new, right?
Right.
Yeah, right, no. So, no, it's not that difficult. Second part of the question, yes. If they got the more credentials that they have, the more stuff that they have, right, the more desirable they're going to be for load selection. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. With that being said, we're going to wrap this up. First of all, I want to thank our guests. I appreciate y'all for joining us. I know they appreciate you all. And, I appreciate y'all joining us. I appreciate you all coming down and giving us your support. And I just appreciate all the questions. Y'all have some great questions. So let's give it up for our guests. Appreciate them so very much. No problem. Hopefully you all will be joining our platform soon and become part of the family and be able to network with these people and help them and help guide them. So that's what this is all about. That's what networking is about. I don't know everything. I know almost everything, but I don't know everything. I don't know everything. But through networking, we can pretty much find out anything. That's the key. Okay, nobody knows everything. But if you network with enough people, you can find out anything. And that is the power of what we bring to the table with this platform. All other platforms, they teach your class or a course. When it's done, it's done. This is something you can use every single day for as long as you are in the industry. That will assist you in being successful and making money and helping owner operators to make the kind of money that they're going to make. That's what our platform is all about. A lot of people who badmouth our platform, they don't understand our platform. So here's what They ain't making that kind of money. How you gonna make money if you don't get no percentage of the loans that they book? How you gonna make money if you don't hire anybody? How you make money? Monthly subscription. Come on, man. That ain't, I mean, come on, that'll take a genius to figure that out. We've got over 3,000 members to our platform. About 40% of them are paying their monthly subscription on a actually monthly basis. Do the math on that, y'all. Hey, do the math on that. Okay? Yeah, every now and then. I dispatch about 4 carriers myself, personally, and I usually find them 3 to 4 loads a week. Now, my company, RBBS Transport, dispatch for 317 carriers. Okay? Now, how do we do that? We don't hire anybody. We use interns. So we've got 3 universities here in Florida that we use their internship program. It's a great way to run a business. Come on, just give them grades, evaluations, that kind of stuff. So, it's a great way to run a business. So that's how we do it. And you get people out there. When Jesus comes back, you're going to have people that's going to hate on him. That ain't Jesus. How you know? Because he's black. Y'all never heard that one, is it? They go hate on Jesus because he's black. That ain't Jesus.
So you need help, Calvin. So you need help, bro.
I know, man. I told y'all to see what's on my mind, right? That leads me to my announcement. Coming up next week, someone asked a question on one of the trucking groups. And it doesn't have much to do with trucking, but I'm gonna invite everyone to tune in. Okay? They asked a question, I think it was this morning. Someone asked the question, why should African American men support a country that doesn't support them, as far as joining the military or whatever the case may be, or paying taxes or voting and all that type of stuff. Now, and that prompted me I wanted to answer this question, but I realized it would take me 2 or 3 hours just to answer that question. So I invited them and everybody else on that network, which was the All Truckers United, about 63,000 members. I invited anyone who wants to tune in next week, probably next Sunday, at about 9 a.m. I know it's early, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to have a symposium on should African American men support a country that has clearly not supported them. Now, I'm going to give y'all, my stance is not going to be what y'all expect. I know y'all see me on Facebook. I post a lot of stuff about how I think this country still owes us a great debt, and how if they would just pay me my 40 acres on a mule, that would solve a lot of our problems. So, here in Tallahassee, Florida, an acre is roughly $45,000. If you give me the equivalent for that, that's $1.8 million. And of course, my $8,000 for my mule. Okay? So if you would go ahead and pay every adult African American what you promised them, right? That would pretty much solve the problem of what? The racism that we suffer. Because racism is not racism are 2 different things. All right? A lot of people say, well, I know black people are racist. Black people cannot be racist. They can't be by definition. And for those that think that they can, you do not understand what racism is. Racism is the practice of financially keeping the entire race of people not just in bondage, but keeping them from rising to the level of economic and social equality purely based on their race. So in essence, in order to be a racist, you must have power. And if you've never had the power, you can never be racist. Racism is not about, I don't like you because you're color. That's prejudice. Of course, yes. Black people can be prejudiced. Yeah, I'm prejudiced. Yeah. I'm going to lie and say I'm not. Because I am. I am prejudiced. I like my race better than I like your race. I'm not going to say that I like all races the same, because I don't think it's possible to like all races the same. I just don't think it is. Now, does that make you a bad person? No. You just have your own personal opinion about what other races have inherently done versus what other races. You know, I look at a certain race and I see that everything that they have ever gained throughout the entire history of their existence has been gained through treachery, stealing, killing, conniving, and just evil deeds. Regardless of where they are now, but everything they brought into power, everything that they gained it through that method as a race. Now, each individual person have to evaluate themselves. I trust a lot of white people. I do. Do I trust the race as a whole? No. Okay. Now, that's my prejudice. Everyone has their own prejudice. But there's a difference between racism and prejudice. And I know a lot of people going to say, hey, you know, why are you talking about this on this thing called It's My Show and I can talk about what I want to. So that's there.
You got another video.
If you don't like it, tune out. Don't ever watch me again. I don't care.
You got another video to jump up.
If you don't like it, yeah, I know. Look, if you don't like it, I don't care. Don't tune out. Don't ever watch me again. There you go. Problem solved. All right. But next Sunday, 9 a.m. Tune into the same channel. Okay. And well, I take that back. I'm gonna put it out there because I want everybody to attend. Because this channel right here, you can only get to it if you're a member. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna put the link out where any and everybody can attend. I want to hear all opinions. I don't care if it's negative opinion, racist opinion. I don't care. I want everybody to tune in because I'm going to give you all my assessment of whether African American men should support a country that doesn't support them. And I'm gonna give you all my short answer right now. And this is going to lead you all to understand a little bit about my stance. I did 10 years in the United States military. I was with the 10th Mountain Rapid Response Combat Unit. I've been in combat. I've taken lives in defense of the Constitution. I've seen men give their lives in defense of the Constitution. I've been wounded in the defense of the Constitution. But I want you all to recognize something. I didn't do it for America. I didn't do it for the United States. I didn't do it for a president. I did it for the Constitution. Okay? So if you want to get right down to it, you are not serving America. You're serving the promise of what America could be. And that is the Constitution. Is America great? It used to be. Is it still great on certain terms? Is it the best thing going? No. Does it have a whole lot of improvement? Hell yes, that it needs to do. Does it treat us fairly? Hell no, it does not. But the Constitution, there were men who started this country that had enough insight and they had enough humility to know that the country was not perfect and it needed a lot of improvement. So they wrote down a set of guidelines, which is the Constitution. Okay, and that Constitution, if you've ever read it, it is perfect. The Constitution is perfect in its attempt to make everyone on the same level, to apply fairness and equal life and liberty to everyone. So it is not in defense of this country. You are defending the Constitution. Why do you think when you become a police officer, which they have portrayed their oath, now, in my opinion, because when I was a police officer, I swore to defend the Constitution. Every judge swears to defend the Constitution. Every soldier swears to defend the Constitution. Every congressman, every politician swears, they take an oath to defend the Constitution. The President of the United States himself takes an oath to defend the Constitution. And if you fail in that, then you have become a traitor to the Constitution. Okay? No one takes an oath to America. No one takes an oath to the United States. No one takes an oath to the President of the United States. No one takes an oath to a law enforcement agency or to Brothers in Blue. You take an oath to defend and protect the Constitution. And the Constitution is pure. It is perfect. It is just. It is fair. But have we reached that which the Constitution lays out for us to reach for? No, we have not. But you are defending what the Constitution is, and you're defending that because that's what you want. That's your hope to what America can be. And if you and the way you make America fit the Constitution is, and we say this all the time, there's only one way to do that. You've got to research and choose people who are going to represent the Constitution in its purest form. And you can only do that by voting. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't vote because I don't vote, but then guess what? You are doing. Okay, that's my opinion. That's the way I see it. If you don't like it, that's fine. I don't care. But tune in. It's going to be interesting. All right. I thank you all. I appreciate everybody. This has been Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatcher Network. I'll see you all next week. I'll see some of y'all on next Monday, not this Monday, because we won't have orientation this Monday. So we'll see you all Tuesday and Wednesday night. I'll see you all next Saturday and next Sunday. Not this Sunday, is when we're going to have that symposium. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, you too.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks, y'all.
In the meeting.